ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
I do not own the rights to that music. Let me get the stream out.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, read. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. '58's the money. '58's the money. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Throwing on first down is Minshew.
Oh, hell no.
Flushed it, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Hey, team 6, team 6. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this.
Another try after the first down sack. Minshew going up top. And that is
Everybody got their hand on that ball, huh?
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. So third and long. Here's Minshew. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a fourth down.
Coming a mile away, man.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week
like
to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Tap, 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 tap. I do not own the right to that song.
The first down throw for Brissett. Shakes off the sack. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety creeping. 44, right. Check right, check right. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check, check. Here we go, here we go. Ready. Where's Twin?
From the gun, here's Brissett.
Oh, wow.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Brissett.
Holy shit,
incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And now it's third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
All right, let's see what we got here, boys. Let's see here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey. Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
Out of the gun, Brissett.
Hold it up. Get over.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. 23 yards on the play.
That's my dog.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down, Colts.
Ready up. Mike Spoke. Right here. Right. Hey. He's mine. 44's to Mike. Brissett
to throw on first.
Oh, my God.
Funches has it complete.
I wanted to double tap
and he'll
that.
get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
44's Mike. Check. Strip the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. Dixon, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 19th touchdown now on the season. As these guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
You play somebody that's going to spread you out, bro. You want to
kickoff
play
unit as they run
a
up
little more
and
like
send
the
this
sky
one
defense.
away.
You know what I mean? Like, you're going to blitz like that, like man
Let's
blitz.
field it a few yards into the end zone.
Mix that shit up. You can't look like that.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Most of the time, if it looks like they blitz, people just want to attack it. All right. Except for blitz.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Tap, tap, tap. Look at Dante out here with a big spread out shit there, boy.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Your track, your track. Hey, Haywood. And 58 is the mic. Well, 58 is the mic. Fight.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10.
We got it.
Keeps himself upright.
Stop playing.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hey, let's get there. Smooth. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic.
Minshew sets to throw.
Oh my God.
To D.D.
That
Westbrook.
one little false step I took.
A big game there after
I gotta
going
get better on
backwards,
the
and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One little false step I took.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First 4th down, I'm going for it. Like, what?
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon.
I know I was going to check
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check. So we got man. Let's go. Both of the mic. I smell fear in the
To try again after the sack. Brissett. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. A dump off for Dixon. That'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Gun empty base flag.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That one got, you had to hit the other one.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, high 7. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check the outs, check the outs. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Switch. 58, boy. Hit it.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And now the drive starts with the completion out to the right. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Don't you say play with that niggas, dang.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
That shit's hilarious, man.
Running out of the gun with Dixon. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third and short yardage, Brissett. Ebron's got it. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Oh, exotic little blitz there you got
It's so
there,
important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On first down, they go with Dixon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Yeah,
that one good for 20 on the catch and run. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
And the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get it off, man.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw again on second down. Brissett trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
No, I can't do that.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Come on, the ball. Hey, Foxtrot. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. I got him. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Hey, rock it now.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Oh, my God. Watch 56, bro.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT.
Quentin Nelson is the man, bro. That nigga.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Colts 14, Jaguars nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Close.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banagoo in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Hey, Charlie.
After the sack on first down, Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wow.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Alpha. You don't want
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You, buddy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
I put your ass right here for a reason, homie.
Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50.
Here's Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Points out of here, Dante.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Timeouts. 10 yards.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half.
From deep is really going to work. You got to work zones here. Zones or man alerts.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
All day. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey, Echo. Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. 58's the Mike. 58. 58's the Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this. 58, right over there. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, man. Bravo. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Ready?
Again, Minshew looking to throw. It's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no
sometimes you got to win.
To score a touchdown, an easy call for them.
All quick reads.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that will take us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And a short kick taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That's good for 28 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
1st down, Brissett. It's complete. It's Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Brissett now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Paris Campbell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. We're set from the gun on third. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown.
Same thing. You just got beat on the first time. Man blitz
his 21st touchdown of the season.
It's a good time to man blitz, but you gotta know that your blitz is getting
now for the point after.
You gotta know that I'm only blocking 5 and you're sending 6.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
And I'm blocking an extra guy, you have to send 7. You gotta green dog that guy that's blocking. Green dog that guy, you got a +1. Somebody's coming free.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Pick up on those tendencies, right?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Then you'll know how many to send. Because typically, like when you blitz me the first time, I was like, all right, cool. Let me just block my halfback like every time. Because the first throw was early as shit. That's why the animation was all weird. That second one, that one was on time because I seen the blitz coming. I knew we were going to send 6. Block 6.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete.
Those RPOs,
we do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. All day, dog. Go. Go.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Oh, my God.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Yeah. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
We got this.
You hate to see it, man.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear.
That's going to 2. That's weird.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So after the sack here, 2nd and 14.
And Matt Ryan.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike, go. Yeah. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Brissett. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
On third down, Brissett to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Those corner
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
They read across the line of scrimmage. They're like, oh, this cornerback's here, this cornerback's here. Let me go ahead and just make sure I don't get hit with this corner cat blitz.
They'll run on first down. Dixon.
Good job getting up to the
Calais
hole.
Campbell on the stop.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Brissett. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Insane.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On the double. Mike, 44. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Go.
From the red zone now, Brissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's Fofo.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
And in the air once more, it's Brissett. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on.
That motherfucker ain't even jump, yeah. That nigga ain't even jump, bro. Fight the ball or something. Shit.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So you got a spit can there. You going chewing tobacco over there?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On the ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. they might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
I got you. I got you.
Now. On second down, Armstead. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's a Johnny. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the slant.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Nice. Stick your fingers in your butthole.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Stay with him.
I got you.
Brissett on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Colts on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jake Ryan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
60 Pittsburgh. Watch the screen. Check.
They run again with a J.
Shooter.
He is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here I come again.
Into the hands of Lee on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Yeah. Ready?
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's
guys
gone.
in the same spot.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Delta.
Yeah, but
Right
bluff
over there,
was
right
this
over there.
guy.
Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. This one caught by his tight end Oliver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Let's go.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Go on. Hey, exit.
58, boys, 58, 58.
Get it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10.
Pick that.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rakiasin.
89 speed, better make it, bro.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
You could have caught him, right?
Vinatieri now for the point after.
He was supposed to catch him, bro. Supposed to run his ass down.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
See, it ain't so bitter, ho.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, Let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. That's what they should settle down a little bit for their offense and give the defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Ajayi. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Now it's Ajayi. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Minshew throwing on 3rd down.
Wow.
And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he completes it to Westbrook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Oh, my God.
He's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
How do you audible to the damn...
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Slam, screen.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 50.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
On first and goal, Dixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Brissett. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They gain a 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
I want those two.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Ready up. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Ready, ready.
They'll begin the drive with a Jai. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You.
This is a Jai. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That red zone where you do that pick 6.
So for Indianapolis, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future.
From the 5-yard line.
But, and for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying like, so long, everybody.
Trash. I hate this game. And he was like, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, I figured I could feel it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But yeah, outside of that, like if you could have bounced back from that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like I was beating you by 30 at that time. It was a 2-score game. Well, at that time it was 14-0, and you had the ball. Like you could have got points out of it. I was like, Dodger, you got to get points. And then it went from being down 14 and in scoring position to being down 21 and with 80 yards to go. You know what I mean? Mistake free. Try to play as mistake free as you possibly can, of course. You know, you'll ball out that way. Right, Ebron had 16 for 242. God damn. 3 drops though. Cat 5 for 80. Josh Oliver 3 for 47. D.D. Westbrook 3 for 50. That's like decent numbers. Okay, Okariki. 11 tackles, 2 TFLs, and a pick. Let's get it, boy. Cooker had 5 tackles and a half a sack. Kenny Moore. Manigal had a sack and a half. Gray had a sack and a half. Shearer 2. 2 trees. Both these guys scored pick sixes. Jones, 2 pass deflections. Force fumbles. Yup, in my white tee. Yup, in my white tee.